Hi. In this video, we're going to talk about product differentiation and service differentiation. Now, what is like, uh, I think by now you kind of understand the difference between the word product and service. Product is more tangible and service is more intangible. Even without this lecture, as a regular purchaser of different kinds of products, you kind of know what does service means to you, right? So in this case, in this video, you will see a lot of parallels to what you and I experience as a regular consumer to what we are listening here. Now, in terms of differentiation of a product, there are multiple ways one can visualize a difference in a product, different or at least different products. The first is the form. Font can be differentiated in the size, in the size, the shape, and the physical structure of the product. Like if you think of a car, every car comes in different sizes, different shapes. One are much more sleeker in the front, one are more bulkier, tall, short, almost touching the road, and also the physical structure, how it's formed. Now, then comes the features. The features are these additional components that are part of your core product. Remember, the features are generally the ones going back to the need, going back to the consumer value hierarchy slide or the lecture video. Features are the second level and the third level, like the expected and the basic form of the consumer value delivery. Performance quality, like you expect the product to perform in some manner, right? That is your performance quality is about, hey, I expect this product to perform in this manner. It's supposed to give me so and so. Conformance quality is it's about the features, how well, the quality of the you know different specifications that they are telling you. An example for this would be conformance quality would be the mileage of a car. If the mileage of the car is not based on how it's specified, then it's a problem. The durability is how durable is the product. Now, think about when you're purchasing a car. Hey, I bought this car, like a Honda is known to be one of the most durable cars because they run up to 280,000 miles or 300,000 miles. So that's a durable car. It's for a longer term. The duration of the product kind of is equivalent to the word durability here. Reliability is about, is it reliable, is it safe? All these things come under reliability, the safety. You always say it's like, hey, these are reliable cars because they run a long time. Remember, hear the phrase, people are getting confused between durability and reliability. That's the reason that normally most researchers say that those two terms are kind of inseparable, durability and reliability. If the car is more reliable, people think it's more durable, and vice versa. Vice versa is actually more true, because if the car is more durable, it is extremely likely that it's extremely reliable. Okay. uh, Many times the other way around may not be entirely true. Repairability. Now, repairability is like, can it be repaired easily, cheaply, and quickly? That's one of the issues with Apple products, because I don't think they're easily repairable. Meaning, you and I, we cannot repair the products by ourselves because they're very tricky, complicated, covered. Now, for example, if something happens to your iPhone, it's very likely you need to take it back to the Apple store, take an appointment. It's a big pain in the bum. So that's one of the weaknesses of Apple products. For that matter, it might be its strength because it's bringing back to the store. Again, I think that's one of the reasons I asked you all not to choose Apple products, because Apple uh, kind of destroyed the ancient theory of marketing, and I don't think any other product can literally copy to what Apple has done to marketing. Style, as the word says, style, how it looks, is it to the date? Is it is it updated style versus the otherwise? Like Volvo, for example, the car brand Volvo, and for a number of years, the complaint about Volvo cars is like it's super safe and very sturdy cars, very reliable, very durable, but the style is ancient. The style itself is not durable. The style is ancient. So the style in many ways matters a lot for making a purchase decision. And finally, customization. Earlier, we talked about how customization is important in the previous topics. And customization is about ability that a organization is giving the consumer to make, to make changes, to make changes in the features selected, or to make changes in the product such that the product conforms to the needs of the consumer. Now, coming to service differentiation, most of the things that I mentioned here are they sound as if like it's like an add-on service to the product, not the product on in not the service in itself. Like for example, the doctor's appointment is doctor's service is service in itself. We're not talking about that. We are talking about the service as part of the product. There are many differentiators of service. Some of the brands are like top notch in this, especially the car brands are like significantly top notch. First one is ordering ease. So I guess how easy it is how easy is for the consumer to place an order for the product. That's ordering ease. Delivery, how quickly, how correctly the delivery happens. Installation, installing the product. So for example, if you buy a refrigerator for your home, installing the product at your home is part of the installation. Now for example, Tesla, if you buy a Tesla, one of the requirement is like the Tesla company guy actually comes home and makes sure that everything is set well, you're charging well, and things like that. So even the installation aspects are gonna be much more important down the line for car brands. Customer training. Up until now, this is not a big requirement for consumer products, but for industrial products, absolutely, absolutely yes. Because if an organization is spending like millions of dollars in a software or in a machine, they expect the customer training to be part of the contract. So, for example, a few years back, I was involved in installation. I was not installing, but I was involved in a product called SPSS, IBM SPSS Modeler, with a company called Great American Insurance, and my role there was to make sure that every user in the organization of that particular software is well versed with the different features of the product and also their ability to actually do forecasting using the tool. So they actually hired me. The IBM actually hired me to train these analysts at Great American Insurance on the SPSS modeler tool. So customer training is sometimes is extremely important in consumer groups as well. So for example, many of the new cars, they are coming up with advanced technologies. So they are not too intuitive. So many times the salesman or somebody at the dealership spends time with you to actually explain you how some of these features work. That's part of customer training. Customer consulting is just an extension to customer training, where from a consumer standpoint, it's okay. Like very frequently, they're gonna reach out to you saying that, hey, we can do this with your car, that we can do this with your product, or they will walk you through. They will provide you advice on additional services and things like that. From a from the side of an industrial product, it is more about providing additional product choices or additional services that the organization might need to actually fulfill their consumer needs. Maintenance and repair. Nowadays, from a consumer product standpoint, we don't feel the product we don't make decisions on a product just purely on the features of the product, but the holistic picture, right? The maintenance and repair is a part of it. How difficult it is to maintain or how difficult it is to repair. Now, a few years back, one of my colleague at SIUE asked me, hey, Ram, I was driving a Mercedes during those days. The person asked me, hey, how much does it cost to maintain the car? Which was a surprising question to me because I never thought about it. But luckily, we kind of maintain a spreadsheet in terms of total expenses on each of our cars. And so I kind of had the spreadsheet on my Google Drive and just pull the number and said, like, hey, this is how much I spent over the last 3 years. So people, some people, again, I'm not saying everybody does it, but some people are particular about maintenance and repair expenses. But again, that's also service part of the service differentiation, because if the maintenance cost is higher or if the maintenance is trickier, then why would you go for the product, right? Now, the returns is a big component in the consumer products right now, because the importance of repair in as part of a differentiator in a product or service has occurred only in the last 10 to 15 years. 15 years, let's say, take 15 years for that matter. Because ever since the e-commerce boom, ever since the e-commerce has taken over the regular commerce, brick and mortar commerce, the concept of returning the product has increased. Because if you buy the product online, which reduces our returnability, right? So we are more antsy about it. So people were much more reluctant initially. That's when organizations started free returns, free shipping on returns, and things like that. Now, returns are also a big headache for everybody that's involved, including the consumers. Although, like for example, the other day, my wife reminded me that I took something from uh, Saks Fifth Avenue and I did not return for 7 months, and I never used the product. And when she went to return, it's like, so, ma'am, it's past 6 months, we cannot return the product. But the return is a headache because for me as a consumer, I did not return the product, because for me to go back to the store and return it, I'm like, who cares? From an organization standpoint, return is a huge loss. So for example, this was about few years back. I'm pretty sure the numbers change now. Walmart loses about more than $3 billion on just returns. That's the reason they started documenting the people about the information about the people who actually involved in the returns. So if you were to return without a receipt, they will actually take your information and record it using your license. That way, if you return within the next 6 months for more than $50 without the receipt, they will not take your product. Okay. Now, returns are also a new returns are also used as a part of a tool to attract consumers to the stores. For example, Macy's does it, 6 months return on all products. Uh, and also Costco is a big reason. Costco's are a big reason why consumers are choosing Costco more than the prices. It's a return policy because they have free returns for close to a year. They won't question at all. But the cost of the returns is also factored in the overall products. Okay, that concludes differentiation, guys.